Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Basta, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We begin with this report talking about our economic vice president, Eduardo Romeo, who recently discussed on Barcelona's club's wage bill and finances, given the latest update on how the situation is. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, in this episode, we talk about this report claiming that Barca are relieved that key defender Andreas Christensen barely featured in his national team's latest matches. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified. Whenever I post a new video, consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Edward Romeo, the economic vice president of Football Club Barcelona, unveiled the financial report for the past year this morning, highlighting a remarkable profit of 304 million euros. On the other hand, he also presented a budget for the current financial or let me say fiscal year, anticipating a total revenue of 859 million euros and an expected profit of 11 million euros. For now, these figures are what Barcelona have calculated, and this is going to require approval from the committee assembly scheduled for the upcoming Saturday. Meanwhile, in his presentation on the financial report for the 2022-23 season, Edward Romeo provided insights into the factors behind the 304 million euros in profit, surpassing the initial budget by 30 million euros. Quite notably, there has been a substantial increase in expenses, rising from 1.065 billion euros to 1.165 billion euros. Going by his words, he said, having a good year of income, we wanted to liquidate backups, or let me say backpacks, so that starting this season we could balance the numbers. Hence, this gap of 100 million, he said, while explaining the discrepancy as quoted by Sport. So let's talk about the necessary expenses. Why speaking about a gap of 100 million euros? Romeo pointed out that there lies a management expense package which is worth 255 million euros and other unnamed expenses are worth 171 million euros. Within the category of miscellaneous expenses totaling 171 million euros, the breakdown includes 35 million euros designated for non-sporting amortizations and 58 million euros allocated for player losses following the departures of key figures such as Jordi Alba and Gerard Piqué. Additionally, 37 million euros are earmarked for provisions and another 8 million euros are dedicated to contributions made to foundations. He said, before the commission was within the sporting salary of the player who paid his agent, now we pay one part and another to the player following UEFA recommendations. The desire is for it to be 50% for the club. You pay less this way, Romeo said. Then now let's talk about income from other sources. Regarding the club's earnings, Romeo emphasized that the baseline figures is 855 million euros when not considering any external finances or levers. The reported total of 1,259 million are achieved through a combination of sources, with 400 million euros attributed to the sale of 49% of the league rights and an additional 208 million euros stemming from the valuation of 51% ownership of Bridgeburg. We are satisfied with the operation, he said, not with the sale of television rights, but we had no choice but to do just that. Furthermore, an additional revenue of 28 million euros was generated through ticket sales, coupled with an extra 19 million euros accrued from the commercial sector. Also, the team fell short of expectations by 25 million euros on average due to their premature exits in European competitions, and there was a deficit of 20 million euros in player signings following the departure of Griezmann. Now, there is some good news, guys. The vice president Romeo also revealed that the finances of FC Barcelona are slowly improving, with the debt reduced from 1,350 million euros to 1,200 million euros. He said, "We are not satisfied, and the obsession is to put to an end to that. The manual is very easy: increasing income and reducing expenses. The way we have the Espai Barca operation structured will allow us to do it. We will have between 150 to 170 million left each season to do it." So, guys, now moving on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona had 10 players on international duty in the recently concluded hiatus from club football. Needless to say, there was significant concern in the club offices over any further injuries that could hamper Xavi Hernandez's plans for the coming weeks. It is safe to say that the Blaugranas have escaped the international window with minimal damage. Alejandro Balde's mild injury is indeed an unfortunate development, but the rest of the team's players came out unscathed despite playing a significant spells. Of course, according to reports from Sport, Barca are especially happy with the situation of Andreas Christensen. The Danish international played the team's full 90 minutes against Kazakhstan, yet the Azulgranas denied he was rested in the team's second game against San Marino and played just 1 minute. This comes as a big boost to the manager's plans, for Christensen has been one of the team's most reliable performers in recent times. The unexpected rest put him in contention for a starting berth against Athletic Club later this week, alongside Inigo Martinez, given that Ronald Araujo will be the last to return to training after Uruguay's match against Brazil. With Jules Koundé out injured, Christensen will take up the starting position beside Araujo for the upcoming game, including El Clasico. Of course, while Balde's international break was cut short for fitness reasons, and Christensen was rewarded with much needed rest, the majority of the internationals from Barca did not share such luxury. Ferran Torres accumulated a total of 161 minutes under his belt over 2 games, ensuring Euro qualification for his side. His compatriot and teammate Gavi recorded 169 minutes. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.